Okay. Alright guys, we're live, and so don't make noise because we are live. Welcome everyone. It's my live session trading the NASDAQ 100. I am currently in this position right here that is going down, completely decoupled from the point of control right there. And yeah, it's going down. So see what happens. I'm up about 500 and something dollars on that trade, so it's going. This morning, the NASDAQ 100 opened considerably above the high of yesterday. The high of yesterday was 603, 13,603. It opened up considerably above that. Kind of just went up a little, went sideways forever. Then now it's finally rolling down. Finally, yes, finally, right? It's on a Friday, so it's Friday expiration, guys. And on Friday expiration, yeah, you have a lot of unique effects that happen in the market. For example, you have what's called the pinning effect, and that's where stocks tend to move towards a predetermined strike price, generally a strike price that has a lot of open interest, right, within a certain percentage of where the stock was trading at yesterday. So it'll pin to that specific strike price, and it'll kind of stay there all day long. So that's a phenomenon that occurs on Friday, option expiration. So stocks don't move very much Friday, and if you do have movement on Friday, it's slow, and most of the movement takes place after 3 o'clock, where people don't want to hold positions over the weekend. So that's been a recurring pattern of what we're seeing in the NASDAQ for the last several months, for a while now. That, come Friday afternoon around 3 to 3:30, boom, you start getting moves in the NASDAQ. And, we'll see what happens today. It's up 130 points on no news, like no news at all, guys. There's really nothing moving the market right now, and there's no reason why it should be 130 points up. So the fact that it's rolling down towards the high of yesterday, which is right here at 603, is a good sign. There's no support for the upside. It tried to open above the high of yesterday. There was no support. Look at that right there. Completely flat. Now it's just rolling back down, and it'll probably hit this right here. And if it does, hopefully it'll just continue its way down. Yeah, I think this market's going to be very slow today. Getting some noise right there. Little tiny bit of buying activity. All right. Alright guys, for anyone tuning in, I am short the NASDAQ 100 right here at this level. Took a short right around here. And this bad boy is just coming down right there. I still think it's got probably a little more to the downside because this strategy correlates with this indicator here, and so when this indicator crosses the zero line, which is this blue line, and goes up one bar, then the trade's officially over at that point. Also looking at this right here at the bottom, trying to see if it kinks. So there's still a little bit more downside on this. It's got a little more juice in it, so gotta squeeze the lemon a little more on this. All right. Man, I hope this whole thing just craters today. It goes all the way down to like 388. Mm-hmm. Seems just vacillating right there, not doing anything, just bouncing around, you know? Yeah. Okay. Wow. This is just stuck right where it is. I think it's going to start going sideways, and this downtrend here, it's almost over. Next bar, which is in about 12 more minutes, we'll push this to the line. The next bar down will probably be it. Yeah, I'm probably going to grab my money and go on this one. Just take everything off the table. I don't think there's any strength to this trade at all.
Order filled.
Boom, right there, $300. I'll just wait for the next opportunity. All right, I got out of that trade, made a few $100. Now it's just rolling down again. It's okay because it's slow. It's a very slow day, and what time is it now? 3 more minutes. We get a bar change. And we'll see where this all goes. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll be here till 3:30 today. This is likely to end very soon. It's 1:21 New York time, probably in the next 9 minutes. All right, a little bit more to the downside right there. And this trade, guys, is almost over. It's 1:23 Eastern time. I got 7 more minutes, and very likely to be over to the downside. So this is the strategy that's being traded right here. It's been short a while ago. I got out right here. So I actually fixed this chart here so you can actually see the trades I've taken. I took that one there, took that one there. So whenever it's blue, that means you made money. So made money there, made money here, right? And it's still going down just a little bit. Saw the cross here, and I'm like, you know what? That's it. I'm out of there. Boom. Right there. You see that? Right there. Pow. And it's ticking down just a little bit more. As soon as this crosses up, this is going to be over right now. 6 more minutes. Nice red cloud with continuation on the short here, which is nice. So I probably got out, yeah, a bar early. Left some cash on the table. It's all right. This is completely decoupled from the point of control. You see that yellow line? That's your point of control right there. That's where the vast majority of your volume is concentrated right now. As soon as you start getting towards this level right here, where it starts getting lighter, especially this level right here where it is now, see that? There's really not a lot of volume right here, so price tends to gravitate back towards where volume is mostly concentrated, which is in this area right here. So 5 more minutes and we'll see what happens with this. If you guys are just tuning in, welcome. This is the NASDAQ 100 on the mini, and these two charts here are the continuous contract. They're set up this way for optimization reasons. You cannot, can't trade on these here because they're continuous contract. 15-minute, a 5-minute continuous contract, and this is the NQM21. You could trade off of this chart. That's the reason why you've got the entries here, as you can tell. But I've got another chart where I've got a customized order entry system that I use again on the NQM21. That's the front month. That's the contract you trade right there, the NQM21. All right, so that being said, let's get back to what this is doing here. And got 4 more minutes. So stay tuned, guys. In 4 minutes, the strategy should be closing right here. And that's it. If you guys like this video and if it brings you any value, please hit the like button, as it helps share the video in the YouTube community, and hopefully it'll encourage others to learn about trading. So guys, the only reason I'm doing this is because I just, I'm trying to see if I get comfortable with the idea of wanting to even share my desktop. I rarely do this, so I'm just completely new to live streaming. So if I make mistakes, hey, I'm sorry. All right. So yeah, I'm trying to get comfortable with the idea of wanting to do this every day. My kid says it's a great idea to do it, and I'm still thinking, man, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Okay, boom, this thing just came down even more. Wow. Continuation right there. Look at that nice red cloud right there. So I jumped out right here at the previous bar. If you can see right there, put a limit order and got out, boom, and just kept going down. So this will be over in 2 minutes. So this is the short position right here, guys. You see it? You can barely see it right there, but it's right there. It says short. Maybe if I... There you go. Short position right there. And these lines here, these little dots that you see, these yellow dots, they represent the low and the high of yesterday's trading. So when the market opened this morning, it opened above the high of yesterday. Try to go up a little bit till around right here. Really didn't have the fuel to keep it going, and it started going sideways right here. You see that? All this is sideways trading. And then it caught the short right here, and boom, it's been short for a while. Now these are 15-minute bars, so if you count each bar, you'll know how long this trade has been short. It's been a while. All right, 15 seconds. Boom, you got the cross, which is here. So remember the strategy, the way it works, it's the cross plus 1 bar. That's the way I've got it programmed. So you got the cross, boom, right there. So you got another bar, which means another 15 minutes of play in the strategy. And normally that last 15 minutes, what happens, it's either going to go sideways or it'll go up 1 bar. And generally, given the strength of the trend, and if it crosses, I may take the trade off right there, or I may wait for the additional bar to pop up and let the strategy take me out, depending on how fast the market's moving and how volatile the day is. Today, the VIX is at 1740, and so it's not really volatile. Whenever it's below 25, the market's going to be in cyclic mode, and on days like that, I prefer to exit my trades and not wait for the confirmation there. All right, so looks like it may have bottomed out. Let's see here. Oh yeah, right there. See this right here, guys? It went and went and went and pow, right there. So looks like it bottomed out right there, and this is really good too. It's coming down, coming down, coming down. I prefer for it to cross. Doesn't necessarily have to, but and then this bad boy's coming down right there. He's still got a lot of red. Look at that. Foo foo. Foo foo. Wow. I'm going to play it safe on this and wait for the signal. Once it's completely exhausted the downside and I have a complete confirmation with the algorithm, then I will take a long position, because this has got a long way to go all the way here if it reverts back to the point of control. That's almost 100 points right there. Look at that. 706 to what, 800 almost? Yeah, that's huge. That's enormous. Do the math. 100 divided by 0.25 times 5. You'll see how much that is. That's huge. And that's only on one contract, okay? Okay, I see that right there. That looks like it's done right there. Totally looks like it's exhausted itself to the downside right there. My true strength right here. And that tells me right there that is done as well to the downside. But I know that sometimes if it goes from here to this yellow line, the trade will end up going sideways. And for example, right here, this is telling me that this is already plateaued out to the side. So, and my data oscillator is also going sideways too. So that's a good indication this bad boy may go sideways. Hope you guys are having a good Friday. It's certainly a little warm here in my region of the country. Feels good. In fact, Nikki, can you hit the AC, please? When you're sitting down in front of 4 monitors, these monitors really emit a lot of heat. They do. It gets hot. I got a little table fan I turn on, but I don't want it to create a buzzy noise as I'm recording this, because you know, it always records that little buzzy noise in the back, and it's kind of annoying sometimes. So I'll leave the table fan off and just hit the AC for now. Okay. Got 10 more minutes, and we'll see what happens with this trade here. We will see what happens. Now this thing was dead on right here. Look at this. Came down right there. Boom, boom, boom. Pow. And that was the end of it right there. As soon as this yellow line crossed right there, done. Over with. Right here too. Look at that. Beauty, right? So I am waiting for confirmation that this trade to the downside is completely over. That'll come in 10 minutes exactly. Guaranteed in 10 minutes this trade is going to be over to the downside. So let's see here. See what I mean, guys? You got noise right here. Down, up, down again, you know. Even though this is going up again. So, and you know, surprisingly, this thing did not hit the high of yesterday's trading, which is right here. Just stopped. I was hoping that it would just boom come in right there and maybe continue its way down, maybe stop somewhere here. But no. You can't hope, you know. You really can't, especially when you've got algorithms right here, indicators that you've put together that are fine-tuned to detect turning points that are key in the market. So there's no hoping. You look at your indicators and you go with what they say. Period. End of story. No hoping in trading. You know, they say that when you start hoping and you're in a bad trade, that's when you really know you're fucked. Because hoping is not going to save you. It's not going to turn your trade around. So a very important thing to know, there's no hope. There's no such thing as I hope when you trade. It is what it is. You look at your data, and your data basically tells you if you're on the right side of the trade or not. End the story. Seven minutes, and this trade is going to be over. Yep. So I often get asked by friends and other people who know me, and they say, Chris, do you have any rules when you trade? I do have rules, guys, and you have to have them because otherwise you're, trading on hope, that things will work out the way you think. You always have to have rules, and any type of endeavor you venture into, especially trading. So I do have them. I have them posted right here in my wall in front of me. I can see those rules. I read those rules on a daily basis. One of the rules, I'll just read you a few. One of them is I do not jump in at the open. And there's a lot of good reasons for doing that. The open tends to be one of the most volatile moments in the trading session, where a lot of stuff happens. You get a bunch of news that gets released in the morning, and that all gets priced in to what's going to happen at the open. There could be a lot of developments that happen in the first half hour of trading, so that tends to be a highly volatile period. And so for that reason, I do not jump in at the open, because your drawdowns could be huge. Even though your algo may catch the right trade, it may not work out for like maybe two more bars, but in the meantime, you could be drawn down like $1,500 or something like that and panicking. It's not a good feeling. Trust me, it's not. So for that reason, I prefer not to jump in at the open, and I'd rather wait to see how it all shakes out and let the dust settle. Then once everyone's got their cool, their focus, and the market takes a specific direction for the day, then I can decide if I want to take any trades after that, generally after 10:30 in the morning. So I'll let it shake out for a while. I definitely won't jump in at the open. I like to focus on process and not outcomes. I don't really like to focus on, like, hey, I'm going to jump into this trade. I'm going to make $1,000 or whatever. No. there's a reason why I'm a system trader, and that's because I like to follow process. I like clearly defined entries and exit points, and that's what I do. So focus on process, not outcomes. That's, I think, really important. And don't set expectations with regards to profit. That's another big one too. A lot of people who get into this business end up being very disappointed because they set very high, unrealistic expectations with regards to what they feel they should be making on each trade. And I think that's a losing formula. That's only going to lead to a lot of disappointment. And part of the reason is because there's a really steep learning curve in this business. And, when you set expectations for profit, many times they just don't come true. You got to set expectations for following process and controlling your emotions, which is, I think, key to the success of any trader. Short of that, it's only going to lead to disappointment if you set expectations for profit. It's almost like, think of it this way, like, you set expectations for people, right? You expect people to, do certain things for you. And think about it, that always leads to disappointment, because people will always fail you. They will always disappoint you in one respect or another. And that's life. Same thing with trading, guys. You're dealing with people on the other side of the screen who you can't see, who you don't know, and you have no idea what their psychology is. They could be reading things that you may not be privy to. They could be institutional traders who are following very specific systematic processes to trade. They could be new investors who, probably decided to take a course on investing and, got spooked, when it didn't go their way, and they sold right away, and you get an abundance of those and the market just goes bonkers. So you can't set expectations to profit, because it'll be highly disappointing. And I think that's a real big one right there. And yeah, so I've got just a whole list of bullet points of personal trading rules that I've developed over time, just to keep me in check, right? So here we go. Let's see. Oh, 1 more minute. Excellent. Got 1 more minute on this trade. Wow. Okay. This came all the way down right there. Look at that. Boom, right there. And that's it, guys. Trade's over. You see the buy signal right there? And you see how it just kind of ticked up just a little bit above this right there. So I got out on this bar right there. See that? And ticked down, ticked up, and it's just right there now. So, all right, trade is completely over on that for the downside. Okay, that looks good. The strength to the upside is kind of flat right now, really. Yeah, it's a little bit flat. And this has not crossed yet, right there. It's just right there. Toot, 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 toot. Okay. Yeah, I think this is gonna go up. I'm looking at my screen here. All right, guys, I'm taking a long on this. Actually, 2 contracts.
Order filled.
Boom. A 2 contract long. This is good right here. This is really good right here. Okay. What the heck are these lines right here? It's kind of weird how it looks. Okay, that's good. All right. How funny. I can't seem to figure this shit out. Filled. Maybe that's it. Oh, it's better. Yeah. Wait a minute. You know what? Did I mess up on that? Yeah, something's wrong with that. Yeah, something's really wrong with that right there. I'll just leave the P&L right there. All right. Starting to get some buying right here coming in. Little bit. This is good. It's real choppy. Yeah, did you guys see how it came down to like negative 300 and something dollars? A lot of people shit in their pants and start throwing up when they see that. They think it's the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. It's called oscillation. The market does that all the time. Sometimes that'll go on for like 2-3 bars, depending on the time frame you're trading. And it sucks. You just sometimes have to just sit there and watch it and go, okay, I've seen that before. It's not the end of the world. And you just got to let your trades play out. So I'm long 2 contracts. You can see right there. I'm down again. Look, 300 and something dollars. Okay. Because the market's going sideways again. Ugh. Good. Oh, yeah. Yikes. This is when you take a deep breath, look at your strategies, confirm what you're looking at right here and right here, and you wait. Got 4 more minutes on this bar. Let's see what happens with the next bar. Okay. Okie dokie. Okay, 2 more minutes. Yeah. Even with the AC, it's hot. We've seen this $900 drawdown. You're like, oh goodness. All right, 1 more minute. Okay. That's not good. Okay, this is not good. This is past my comfort zone right here. So I have no idea what happened, but the streaming just like went bonkers on me again. This live stream with YouTube is not really reliable. At some point, it just like loses connection, and yeah, it loses connection, and shit, it does. You just have to rewait and restart it. So that's what happened. Sorry, guys, if you guys are still there. Hi guys, if you're just tuning in again, sorry, I had lost my live stream, and I just had to reconnect it again. I have no idea why this is happening with my live stream, but I kind of sense and have a hunch that it might be because of the tremendous amount of data that's flowing through the system. I got 4 screens, multiple strategies, all sorts of stuff. It's colorful, as you guys can see, and I guess it might be more than my system could handle or whatever. But we're back. We're back again, and we're still in the trade. That nasty trade where I was down like $1,700 just a little while ago kind of recovered, and I'm now down like $600 right now. So it's finally working out in my favor. It's just moving up a little bit right there, and according to this right now, it's going sideways. Sideways trading. I just love sideways trading. Don't you guys like sideways trading? It's fun. All right, guys. At 2:15 Central, we're going to get another bar. That'll really determine whether or not this has got strength, or if it's going to continue going sideways, or what's going to happen. So stay tuned. So during the whole 6.5 hours that I trade every day, or rather sit at my desk and do what I do every day. I don't have lunch. So what I do is, I've got a bag of dates that are delicious. I bought these at the store the other day, and I noticed that they're a good source of fiber. So, oh, these things are delicious. Now, they're excellent because they absolutely kill the munchies. So rather than getting up and going and trying to fix myself something to eat or eating junk food, I eat dates. And I got to tell you, it's wonderful. 1 or 2 dates kills your munchies, and you're able to focus with a clear head the rest of the afternoon till 3:30 till I'm done. And voila, that's how I get through my day. Boy, these things are superbly delicious. Wow. Nice. All right, guys. Back to focus. Mmm. Mmm. All right, guys. This thing here got 2 more minutes on this bar. It's trying to push up slowly. Alrighty, here we go. And this is definitely gonna start trading sideways, it looks to me, right there, until we get a crossing right there. Boom. Bunch of chop right there. Chop, 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 chop. Wow, this thing was perfect. Pow. Poof, right there. Yep. So these are times where you just have to bite the bullet and wait for your strategy to give you the signal. That's it. There's nothing else to do. Yeah, this will probably be another bar or two before it actually starts gaining strength to the upside. But this thing cannot stay at this level forever because there is no volume down here at all. At all. Look where it is, right here. See that? No volume at all. Very thin volume right there. It's trying to push up. If you notice right here on the screen, you get a little bit of buying coming in. We need that to turn green and a lot. Okay. This is looking good, good, good. Right here. times like these, guys, you need to be patient. Very, very patient. It's easy to... In trading, that's one of the biggest reasons people lose money, is that they're very impatient. It's happened to me when I first started. I always thought the trade had to go the way I thought. Nuh-uh. And then I'd get impatient and all these things would happen. But I learned that you got to be very patient and be confident in the tools you've got on your screen to know that they're working in your favor. So you guys have been with me in this trade now for at least a little while. And you see I'm still down like 500 bucks. Right here. All right, I'm going to go take a pee break. I'll be right back. And we still have about 8 minutes before we get bar change. All right, I'm back. And nothing's happened. Good. Nothing's happened. Market is still up 103 points, which is good. It's kind of, interesting because really today, when I opened my briefing in the morning, it said that the NASDAQ was down 2%. And I figured, all right, well, overnight trading, 2% down, that's like at least a few hundred points, right? Now I opened my trade station and I'm like, oh, well, wait a minute. It's not down, it's up. All right, so it's up. And there we go. I'm down like 140 bucks. And we got like 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. See what happens in 5 minutes. All right, so if you notice here, you got more concentration of volume because it aggregated probably all these trades here and it said, all right, well, there's volume here. So boom, it plotted it right there, point of control, right there. You see that? So that's where this is trading at right now, at the point of control. Right there. Looks like we're getting a little bit of buying right there. Little bit of buying that's slowly pushing it up. Very, very slow. This thing's finally turning around. I mean, finally, because I feel like I've been in this trade forever, especially when you get a drawdown of like 1700 bucks. It's never a good feeling. Now, question a lot of you guys may be wondering is, hey, do we have any stops? I do. I actually do have a stop built into the strategy, but it's after the first bar. And the drawdown that I had happened during the first bar. So the stop actually doesn't trigger and activate until after the first bar. So from this bar forward. So if I were to have a drawdown of similar size to what I had here in the first bar, then yeah, I'd get stopped out. But I do that knowing that there's oscillation in the first bar, and I don't want to get stopped out in the first bar if I've got a high conviction rate that my strategy is going to eventually work out in my favor, right? I want it to happen on the second, third bar, whatever. So you can customize that, when you build your strategy to determine when you want your stop. So here I am, guys, on this trade over here, and I'm still down about $160 on a 2 contract position. And here we go. Everything's changing. This is already tightening up right here. It's just about to cross. This is going up. This is going up, up, up. So very good chance this thing will, may move up. So I'm watching. We've got 2 more minutes, actually a minute and a half before bar change. And bar change is when we get a new bar. For those of you guys tuning in, please hit the like button if you haven't already. It really helps with YouTube just sharing this video with others who may have interest in just learning how to trade and getting some tips and tricks on how I trade my own capital. And I'm not charging for this, guys. This is completely free. For your enjoyment. Boom. There we go. New bar. Okay, and we got a crossing right here of my filters. So we got a crossing, we got a new bar. This is going up nicely right there. Going up, up, up. Okay, so far so good. All right, guys, this calls for patience. This trade is slowly coming around. If you notice here, there's more buying coming in. Now, for this thing to sustain and to push the trade up to where I'm hoping it will go, you need sustained buying. And this is only going to happen if you see continuation. Continuation is like, for example, when you see something like this and then boom, it pops up and it continues going up like that. That's continuation right there. That's how you know you have a strong buying interest right there. I mean, the market is up 105 points. So it's not like we were trading like yesterday. It was like at 0 points almost, for good parts of the day. The market, you could say, is relatively strong today at 100 and something points, on the NASDAQ. Not bad. I was actually thinking it was going to be the opposite this morning after I read my brief, but no. But you know what? It's Friday. You got option expiration. And on Friday, you have this phenomenon called the pinning effect. And what happens is most stocks end up pinning at a certain strike price. At the strike price that has the highest open interest to the to the current trade price right there. So let's say the stock opened at 100, and you got a bunch of open interest at the 105 strike price. Calls and may just move there and just stick there all day. It's a phenomenon called pinning. You may want to research that. And what happens on Friday is you get very slow movement in the market as a result of that effect. Now, most of the heavy movement comes around 3:30 in the afternoon, between 3:30 and 4. And those are times I tend to avoid trading just because the market is volatile at that time of the day. And when we get the new bar and nice. Okay. Very good. Right there. Boom. Again. Oh gosh. Again. Yuck. That's a bunch of noise. Bunch of noise. All right. Got one more hour in the trade desk, guys, and this trade that I'm in now, I don't know, it might be my last trade of the day. It's going through a little phase of noise, but it is clearing up a little bit here. It's just noisy. Okie dokie. You have a bunch of noise right there. There it is. This is like turbulence when you're on an airplane. Are you going to the gym today? Hmm?
I can't say even answer this one.
Mm-hmm. Ouch. Another drawdown on this trade. Oh gosh, terrible. This happens occasionally, not every day. Friday is common that this could happen in the middle of a trade. You get a crazy drawdown like this. So that's what that's called. That's a drawdown right there. You know, so you're in the middle of a trade, all of a sudden it starts. You get a bar and it starts going against you, and how much down it goes is your drawdown on the trade. Okay, you got a minute, and we get a new bar. All right, here we go, guys. Yeah, this is going sideways. For sure it's going sideways. Absolutely for sure it's going sideways. This is going to be sideways trading for a while. Dang it. That means up, down, up, down, up, down for a considerable period of time, and I hate these type of trades. I just really hate them. So I'm going to look to exit this trade at the very first opportunity where I can minimize loss. Okay. Remember, guys, this thing's going to hit the point of control. See, it's just been bouncing around the point of control. Boom, came down. Pow, hit it, came down again. It's probably going to hit it again soon. When it does, I'm out. That's going to be the end of the day for me. This is where you need to have a lot of patience. Really good patience to let this play out the way you're hoping it's going to play out for you. And I'm betting it's going to hit the point of control right there. Yeah, these sideways markets, they absolutely drive me insane. Insane. Do not like to trade sideways markets. $380, come on, keep going. Up, up, up. $150. All right, click my screen here. I told you guys, hit the point of control right there. Now it's going to bounce around like a little bitch, and it's either going to come down or just maybe go up just a little bit right there. And that's going to be my exit right there. There we go, right there.
Order filled.
Boom, I'm out of there, guys. Made 120 bucks, you saw it. And I'm not going to mess around with this because it's just going to continue going sideways. It may just go up a little bit more, but that's it. It's 2:50 in the afternoon on a Friday, May 7th. I wish you guys a fantastic weekend. I'm done for the day. I made all my money on this trade right there. And I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend as well. And be safe, and I'll see you guys here Monday. Take care.